Mark Rober helped my kids to fall in love with STEM. Yes, a YouTuber who became famous for creating a skinless watermelon, multiple colorful explosions, and even an obstacle course for squirrels, became master in hiding the vegetables in his videos and getting kids to love the science behind his projects. Beyond his content, Mark created the Crunchlabs, a subscription service that delivers engineering toys for your kids to further deepen that passion in sciences. We're big fans of this brand in our household. This is like half of them. In this video, I will distill down the way Mark achieved this success by creating a single framework you can use as you think about monetization strategy for your brand. The key to success for any creator is the quality content that provides value to their audience. Mark nailed both sides of this equation by creating unique and engaging content for over 12 years. A former NASA engineer and Apple
Nobody cares that I work for Apple. It's way cooler that I work at NASA.
Former Apple.
Nobody cares.
Fine. A former NASA engineer. Mark combines his extensive engineering and science knowledge with unique video ideas that draw the clicks. Those clicks give him the eyeballs and the attention. And what follows is entertaining content that masterfully hides vegetables in itself. For those of you without kids, your kids will only eat junk. To get them to eat vegetables, you have to somehow hide them within their favorite meals. Think a pancake with a mix of vegetables in it. Hide your vegetables. Carry on. Mark does exactly the same with his videos. What seems like a video about elephant toothpaste turned out to be a great lesson in chemistry. Let's look at his most recent video about his pet octopus navigating the maze. Out of 17 minutes, here's a breakdown of educational content versus entertainment segments of the video. Your kid might have started to watch it for the octopus navigating the maze, but he left learning so much more. And this is representative of the majority of Mark's videos. But since getting your kids to sit down and watch 15 to 30-minute video in one sitting is a challenge of its own, Mark found another way to catch them where they're least expecting, in their toy box. Crunchlabs is a subscription box service that delivers toys the kids have to assemble on their own. This is by far not a new concept. Companies like National Geographic, KiwiCo, Little Passports, and many others have all released their take on this engineering toy years before Mark founded Crunchlabs. But none of them had a key ingredient: Mark Rober himself. Where other boxes mostly leave you with the bare bones instructions on how to assemble those toys and maybe some scientific facts, Crunchlabs comes with a dedicated video hosted by Mark where he explains how to assemble the toy, of course, for like 4 minutes, but also he spends 20+ minutes walking the kids through all the juicy science that makes those toys work. Crunchlabs became the entry point for my kid. At first, he didn't want to watch the video, but he was fascinated by the disc launcher and the coin spinner. By like third or fourth box, he started to pay closer attention to what Mark shared in his videos, and now by box 13, my kid binge watches both Mark Rober's primary channel and Crunchlabs channel, and I meant it when I said that Mark Rober got my kids into STEM. Check out, this is the watch history just from today alone. My kids are going crazy about Mark Rober's content, thanks to Crunchlabs. And he keeps asking me when the next box will arrive, like every 2 days. I would pay for a weekly subscription just to save myself from another 3 weeks of answering that question every single month. By now, Mark Rober stated that they sold anywhere between millions and tens of millions of these boxes. If we take a somewhat conservative estimate of about 10 million boxes sold at the average price of $25, this makes Crunchlabs $250 million in revenue. This might just be one of the largest creative brands behind Feastables and Prime, and I bet it is way more profitable than both of those brands. The reason why Crunchlabs is so successful is because of this positive feedback loop. Let's call it a Rober Crunch Loop effect. Mark developed a personal brand based on great videos that his audience found highly valuable. He then developed a product that expands on the value his brand provides and also captures new audience that might have skipped his videos in the past but down to play with Crunchlab toys. That then drives revenue that Mark can reinvest into making even bigger and better videos and more unique engineering toys, thus again expanding both his video audience and the number of people who are subscribed to his product. Notice that neither is a complete distraction from another, and both provide the same type of value Mark's brand is famous for. In the meantime, I see way too many creators making the same mistake. As they gain larger audiences, they pursue revenue opportunities that carry almost no relationship to the type of value they provide to their viewers. To avoid this mistake, make sure you keep in mind this RoboCrunch feedback loop to help you decide on what business opportunity you should pursue next. You have to treasure the attention of the audience, and you have to maximize the value that they receive from every second of the interaction with you and your personal brand. And Mark Rober and the Crunchlabs, they nailed that relationship. I really respect what they were able to achieve there. And now, with my kids being so passionate about all the content and all the product, my goal is to get them to see Crunchlabs in person, platinum ticket or otherwise. I hope you found this framework useful. Download the high-res version of it down on my website, as well as you can find other frameworks and interesting facts that can help you decide on a commercial strategy for your startup or creative business. I'll see you next Saturday. Peace.